What's up, YouTube? That College Gamer here, and welcome to my very first vlog. I'm really excited to get this underway. We're going to be putting out one of these per week. It is the plan right now, and the goal of this initiative is just to share with you guys, all the fans, what are my views on current gaming topics, whether it be upcoming games, consoles, or, whatever the case is. What am I excited about? What am I potentially skeptical about or have a strong opinion towards? I want to share that with you guys and really help you understand my point of view on different topics. So, what better way to get this series kicked off than to talk about the Nintendo Switch, right? So there's tons of opinions out there all over YouTube, all over every media outlet, social media network about the Nintendo Switch. Is it a good console? Is it, going to be the greatest thing to ever happen to Nintendo? Why people are pissed off, why some are excited and waiting in lines in the United States and Japan and, crashing websites trying to get their hands on these things. So what I'm going to talk about today is why I personally have already pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch, why I did so, and why I'm so excited about it. So, let's just get right into this. As many of y'all know, I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I've got Twilight Princess playing gameplay right now as you guys are watching and enjoying that. So, huge Legend of Zelda fan. And a little background here is, ever since they announced the NX reveal, which turned into the Switch last fall, I knew that I wanted one. Whether Breath of the Wild would be a launch title or not, I was confident that Nintendo would release something that would kind of sway my vision, or my vision towards the console to buy it day one, right? I had never bought a console the day it came out. PS4, I got a month after it came out. Xbox was almost a year. Wii U was 2 to 3 years after. 3DS, same thing. There's always a delay. And I'm at the point right now where I had the opportunity to pre-order it. So I walked into a GameStop on that Friday when pre-orders opened. And I was number 4 in line, and I got there like 15 minutes before. It just happened that the one in my area had 20 on hand, and I got a pre-order, no problem. A lot of people didn't have that luxury. And I told myself, if I can get a pre-order, I'm getting it day one, no doubt. I'm not going to spend, $600 on a secondary market on this thing. But if I can get one at market price, day one, I'll take it. So, Zelda fan. I looked at it as I could either play Breath of the Wild on my Wii U, which I love and adore and have nothing against, despite a lot of people talking shit on it, right? Or I could play it on the brand new flashy Nintendo Switch and all the cool shit that's around that, right? So play the brand new Zelda on the brand new Nintendo console, or play the brand new Zelda that doesn't look as good on a console that I've owned for 2.5 years. So it was an easy decision for me. If I'm going to buy Breath of the Wild, it's go big or go home, right? There's minor differences between the two, right? There's some graphical, visual stuff that, you can watch the side-by-side videos on YouTube and so on. But it's really going to take seeing them literally one TV next to another, the difference to really appreciate it. So I took a huge gamble and just went ahead and pre-ordered it strictly because I wanted to play Zelda on the Nintendo Switch. Now, excuse me, there were a couple other, factors that went into my decision about pre-ordering. It's not just Zelda. There's a lot of potential here that the Switch can have that other consoles don't, and that I'm really excited for. So, the way I look at the Switch is that if Nintendo fucks this up, right, the release, the first 2 years while it's in the market. Nintendo's completely fucked in console gaming because all their fans are just going to lose hope. There's a huge number of Wii U fans or Nintendo fans that think the Wii U was a complete flop and the worst console of all time. Now, I could put it like this. If they would have released Breath of the Wild 2 years ago only on the Wii U, the freaking Wii U would be the greatest console of all time in Nintendo players' minds, right? But the fact that they waited 2 years, right, and released it side by side on the Switch and Wii U, they think that it's a complete flop, and to me that's unfair to the success that the Wii U had. But so I think it's a skewed image. But so if they fuck this up with the game lineup and put out lackluster games and a bunch of gimmicky bullshit, then Nintendo is just going to screw themselves, and they're not going to be the gaming powerhouse that they've always been. Yeah, they could go make apps, but Pokemon Go and Super Mario Run are fun for like a week and then they're boring, so they have a lot of work on that front too. So the reason why I'm really excited is that I think Nintendo knows that if they fuck this up, then they're dead in the water. Because if beyond Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey, if this console is a flop, I honestly do not think I would buy another one. A future Nintendo console, right? Because if they can't even do that, if they can't do that with their backs against the wall, which they know, then they're certainly not going to do it on the next one, right? So I'm taking a gamble that Nintendo is going to get their shit together and give the gamers what they want. And they've already taken a step in that direction by taking away, some of the gimmicky bullshit of, hey, let's play with the Wiimote and freaking whatever. Yeah, they have 1-2 switch and all that, but it's back to, hey, here's a pro controller. Let's sit back and actually game, right? Let's enjoy the awesomeness of this game. No more, touching the 3DS screen to get Link to run around and Spirit Tracks and all that shit. No, like, focus on the game, enjoy the game, and they're gonna make badass content, right? So that I'm basing my decision of what could be beyond Breath of the Wild, beyond Odyssey. So one of the things I do like is, or that intrigues me about the Switch, I'm not sure how I'm gonna like it or the use case of it, which also played into my decision of purchasing it, pre-ordering at this point, is the ability to take it on the go. Now, I do not see myself going into the park by my house and sitting on a bench and playing Breath of the Wild. I'm just not going to fucking do that. Like, I'm going to sit in my living room and play it. But let's say I have, a friend over and they want to watch a sports game, a football game on TV, right? I can play my Switch much like a 3DS on the couch next to them as they watch, the NFL playoffs or Super Bowl or whatever it be. So I like that aspect of it. Yes, you could do that on the Wii U by, switching it to the gamepad and all that. But it also gives me the opportunity to maybe take it to somebody's house that lives maybe an hour away, where we have, a downtime, and I don't have to bring the whole Switch. I can just bring the charging cable and the screen and the Joy-Cons and just go to town on it for a couple hours while we're waiting for something to happen. So I like the mobility of it and the idea of it. I'm not exactly sure about my personal use case, but I think a lot of people are really going to like that and are going to bring, numerous Switches into the same room and game together. And I think that that's awesome. Nintendo is about bringing people together and sharing an experience, with people in the room. They don't focus as much on, meeting your friends in an Xbox Live lobby, right? I mean, yeah, they're trying to get this online gaming initiative, but that's not their thing, right? That's not why people buy Nintendo. They buy it to enjoy time with their friends. You go play Mario Party together and, you enjoy that time. Whether you win or lose and talk shit, at the end of the day, you do it so you're all, just messing around with your buddies in the same room. You get a different experience, a different feel with that kind of game versus a Call of Duty online where, you're just getting destroyed by a freaking 8-year-old who, talks shit about your mom. That's ridiculous. So it's a different environment, right? So to wrap this up, I'm not just buying the Nintendo Switch for Breath of the Wild. Huge, kind of motivator to make a purchase in March. But it's not the only reason. The potential game lineup coming up, could be amazing. New Smash Bros, new Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, another new Mario, maybe a Mario Party that's not shit because Mario Party 10 was horrible. But hopefully, they revamp all those games. So again, to wrap this up, it's Legend of Zelda Day 1. Going to produce a ton of content for you guys. Get excited. And then it's the potential of this thing. Nintendo knows that their backs are against the wall, and if they fuck this up, it's going to damage the company's image forever. Because PS4, Xbox, they're all killing it, right? With the console gaming. Nintendo is kind of not in recent years. So, tell me what you guys think about this. Tell me what you think about the Switch. Are you pre-ordering it day one? Are you excited about it? Why do you hate it? I know there's a lot of hate out there for it. Which, I am open to hearing. If you don't agree with my thoughts on this and Nintendo and the whole 9 yards, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. So, ending the first video log with thank you guys for stopping by. And I just want to ask you to tell one friend about this series, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. So thank you for stopping by, everyone.